I've decided to change my life in 6 months. For the past 6 months in 2025, I've been obsessed with changing my life. I would binge watch different YouTube videos about changing your life and then about living intentionally and all of that things and all of that stuff. But once I get motivated from these videos, I'll write down a lot of these goals that I want to achieve. And once that motivation wears off, the desire to do it also wears off. Then I realized that I had the goals, but I had not set up enough system to reach those goals. And for the next 6 months, I have decided to change that. This is episode 1 of this experiment of changing my life in 6 months. And here are the 3 parts I want to change my life: personal development, my creativity, and business. So for the personal development, I think I wrote them down, so I want to actually look into it. For for my personal development, I have decided to focus on my mindset and my habits. So I want to be intentional about how I use my time. I want to be intentional about my priorities and my boundaries. And I want to be intentional about how I spend my time and the things I do. Yeah. And I want to also be intentional about my spirituality and also my finance. So I want to be intentional about my mindset and my habits. I want to be intentional about my faith because I've seen that the laziness is getting too much. I need to be more focused and be more intimate with my God. And I want to get to know more about God and get to have a close encounter with God than I have right now. And I feel like this is the time to do that. There is no other time to waste. Again, I've wasted enough time as it is. Then my creativity. I want to explore more. Okay. I'm a writer. I write stories, I write poems, I write personal essays. You can think what you can name it. But I feel like I've limited myself to just writing. I feel like there's a lot I can do with my creativity. So I want to explore more my creativity. At first, the exploration of my creativity led me to fall in love with poems and short stories because I used not to write short stories and poems, but I decided to explore and then I fell in love with writing short stories and then poems. I feel like I can still explore more than just short fiction and then poems. So I want to learn more about art, about animations, whatever I can get my hands in. And I need to find new hobbies because I've realized that the only reason I doom scroll is because I'm bored. Yeah, I get bored easily when there's nothing to do, when I'm done doing everything I have planned to do for the day and I have enough time on my hands. I get bored and then that leads me to take my phone and just start scrolling on social media. And by the time I realize, I've spent almost 6 to 7 hours on my phone. Yikes. And that needs to stop. That needs to stop. So I've decided to get new hobbies. I want to explore new hobbies that can cover up those free time that makes me doom scroll. And I hope I do get it. I have gotten a list that I need to explore which will not be in this video. This is just an introductory video. So in the upcoming videos, I will talk more about these hobbies that I found, and then the ones that are going to be easy and the ones that are going to be difficult. I've also decided to be intentional about my finances. Yeah, right now I am a teacher. I work a 9 to 5 job, and the monthly salary I get, I want to be able to spend wisely, to be able to invest, and to be able to budget. So I want to spend wisely, invest in myself and in my future, and I also want to have fun with the money because I worked for it. So I want to learn more about financial literacy, and aside that, I want to also be able to have multiple sources of income. I want to do other things apart from just teaching that will bring me income. And for my business aspect, I want to learn more about high income skills. So I want to learn more high income skills that can help me to create a business for people like me. So for the business aspect, I'm going to focus on skill stacking. So I'm going to learn more high income skills, practice on them, and try to create a business that can help people with the skills that I have learned. And I also want to, I've been so fascinated with this one person income, because as an introvert, it gets tiring working with people. Even as a teacher, I'm an introvert, but I'm a teacher, so you can get it. It gets tiring, and our social energy runs low so easily. So I like to change that. Earlier, I spoke about getting systems in our goals. So goals get you to the destination, but system is like the vehicle that sends you towards the destination. And I went around, I did my research to find different systems I can practice in order to achieve the goals I have set for myself. And I came across a certain system called the 3 days in 1 system. Basically, what it means is that you divide 24 hours or the day you have into 3 days. So 3 mini days and 1 full day. So the first day, depending on who you are as a person, the first day could be for your creative juices. So first day in the morning, that's during the morning from the time you wake up to about 12 p.m. So from the time you wake up to 12 p.m. is for the creativity aspect. So you find any time of the day during those times to do something creative, to write, to journal, read, whatever it is, something that needs your creative juices. So day 2 is from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. will be anything learning, anything that has to do with anything that has to do with business, right? Yeah. So basically you just divide it into 3 days. You divide your day into 3 days, depending on who you are as a person. Then you can either use the first day for creativity, the second day for business, and the third day for learning. But depending on who you are as a person, and depending on how you know yourself, you can divide it according to how you work. So for me, the first day is for the learning, because I have a 9 to 5 job. Can't do anything creative around my workplace because it's quite tiring doing that, and I like being in a creative space where I don't need any distractions during my creativity. So during the day one, I normally focus on learning. So I learn more things. So day three in one. So day one will be for my learning. So day two, which is from 12 p.m. Day two, which is from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. is for my creativity. So that's when I bring my creative juices in. That's when I write. That's when I read. That's when I draw. Anything that comes creatively. And then for day three is for anything business. So for day three, you work on your business, not just your 9 to 5, but something, your side hustle, your business, whatever it is. So that is when, so which is from 5 p.m. to whenever you fall asleep. You find time there, and then you work on your business. So for me, I've decided to use 1 hour for each day. So 1 hour for my creative work, 1 hour for my learning, 1 hour for my business. So day one, I'll find 1 hour a day to learn something new that will help me in the future. Day two will be use 1 hour a day to do something creative, to either write a short poem or a fiction story, or to continue with an ongoing project I'm already working on, or to draw whatever be it is, learn to do a new skill, a new hobby, whatever it is. And day three will be to find 1 hour a day to work on creating a new business. So maybe video editing, doing something like video editing, doing something like writing newsletters, doing something like working on Canva, whatever. Something that will help me along the run to work on a certain business I'm working on, or something that will help me to create a business. If maybe it has to do with researching problems that I know I can solve, whatever be the case. So these are the things I want to focus on for the remaining 6 months. And I like to document my journey. I want to document my journey for accountability, to make myself accountable for what I have promised myself that I would do. So if you are just like me and you would like to also take in on this project, or take in on this experiment, you can join me as we document our journey to changing our lives. I don't know where this might lead me to. I don't know what opportunities might open for me, but what I do know is I'm ready to put in the work to do whatever it takes to get to where I have seen myself in the next 6 months. So if you're like me and you would like to join along, and you also feel like you also want to change your life, you can come along with me on this journey of finding ourselves and discovering ourselves, and just living intentionally and being intentional with how we live our lives, and make use of our time. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.